So Dion says they've gotten a lot of questions about the president's directive conflicting with mayor's directive regarding stay at home. It's a recommendation regarding trying to be helpful versus charging a small consultation fee.
I don't know. What's the question?
I guess it's, should you charge small consultation fees during this time, or should just try to give as much free advice?
Well, I mean, obviously the free advice is really what's going online. I mean, deciding whether or not to charge a fee for a consultation is really a personal decision. It really depends on a lot of things, and I really can't advise on that. I know a lot of times people will use consultations as a way to kind of weed out tire kickers and stuff like that, which is fine. The question comes down to, is this a desperate times calls for desperate measures type of scenario? If it's the type of thing where that you can, if you get somebody on the phone, you can probably close them. But right now people are hesitant to pay for a consultation, then maybe you need to start waiving the consultation fee right now. It's really kind of depends on your law firm and your specific industry, or sorry, not industry, your specific circumstance. I would guess, if I had to guess, that waiving consultation fees right now is probably a good idea, just because we're trying to get, anything through the door that we can. But if you're fortunate enough that you're not in that scenario, then that would work.
Yeah, I agree. I think that a consultation fee is a little prohibitive. So if you're trying to get rid of the tire kickers, definitely a fee might help you do that. And one of my favorite things to do is like pretend that there's an upfront fee and that you're waiving it. I just feel like if I want to incentivize somebody, like, we usually charge like $50 to get set up, but if you call me, this week and you book a time with me, I'm going to waive that fee for you. Don't worry about it. And I just feel like that kind of gets people to say like, they waived the fee and blah, blah, blah. But the consultation is supposed to be a tool for you to get somebody to convert, not a tool for you to make money.
Here's the other thing. Whether you charge a consultation fee or not, you should always kind of give them a list of what you're going to do in the consultation so that it seems much more valuable. So like, during the consultation, we're going to go over your case. We're going to look at all your documents. We're going to take a look at, I'm just making stuff up right now, but basically, like if you can list like 3 or 4 things, like if you look at the emails that we sent for this webinar, we didn't just say, hey, it's a webinar for marketing your law firm in a crisis. We actually said during this webinar, we're going to show you how to market your law firm without spending any money. And we're going to show you how to get reporters to contact you, like all these different things that we talked about. And it's, it's all marketing. That's the whole thing, is that you got to show that's going to be a lot of value. And especially if you show them that they're going to do all this and it's free, that's great. Now, if you're going to charge for it, you definitely have to have that, because you got to show them what they're actually going to get, that it's not just a sales pitch, but you're actually going to go through, give them a custom plan, do all that type of stuff, or whatever the circumstance actually is that you're going to do for them.
Yeah. I just see Natalia. She commented, I've always had a better retainer success if and when I charge a full consultation fee. Honestly,
higher quality lead.
Exactly. And whatever works best for you. So if you find that it's prohibiting too many people, right, you might want to dial back the consultation fee. But if like I was saying before, if you do get inundated with leads and you do want to get rid of the tire kickers, it might be beneficial for you to have the consultation fee. So it's whatever helps you end up getting to the best possible outcome, right? Maybe you don't want to deal with all the leads, but you do want to get the best consultation or the best retainers. So you have to figure out what works best for you in that scenario. But if they're not necessarily beating down the door, my recommendation would be to not charge the consultation fee.
Another thing you can do to get higher quality leads, you'll get fewer leads, is ask for more questions on like your contact form or during your intake process, because every question that you ask is going to be like a lower percentage of people will answer it. Like if you just ask email address and phone, like if you just ask for their email address, for example, you might get like a 50% opt-in rate. But if you ask for email address and phone number and full name and last name and maiden name and, count and court date and, annual income, like all this other stuff, you might get like a 15% opt-in rate, but there'll be much higher quality consultations just because of the fact that they gave so much more information.